Imagine a sleek twin-engine jet gliding off a Chinese carrier, not to antagonize, but to challenge the dominance of Lockheed Martin's F-35. Meet the J-31, naval version J-35/J-35A. China's answer to the world's most advanced stealth multi-role fighter. This isn't mere mimicry. It's a strategic move into the elite circle of fifth-generation stealth aviation. Will it redefine aerial combat, tilt the Asia-Pacific balance, or remain a flashy yet untested competitor? Let's dive in. Origins and evolution. The J-31, now known as the J-35, marks a bold leap in China's quest for stealth air power. First unveiled as the FC-31 prototype by Shenyang Aircraft Corporation in 2012, it aimed to complement China's J-20 by offering a versatile, fifth-generation stealth fighter. Unlike the J-20, the J-35 was built with both land and carrier operations in mind. Its design evolved with folding wings, strengthened landing gear, and catapult launch capabilities for China's growing carrier fleet. In 2024, the J-35A made its dramatic public debut at the PlanAF's 75th anniversary. While its existence is no longer secret, much about its true capabilities remains heavily guarded. Experts fittingly call it a black box of Chinese military aviation. Airframe and stealth design. The J-35's design borrows heavily from both Russian and American stealth playbooks, especially the F-35. Its twin engines give it extra power and safety for tough carrier landings. With trapezoidal wings and canted tails, it visually echoes the F-22 and F-35, but with Chinese twists. Serpentine air intakes and DSI bumps help hide its engine fans from enemy radar. Layers of radar-absorbent material, RAM, coat the body, while sawtooth edges scatter radar waves. These features shrink its radar cross-section dramatically compared to older jets. However, its stealth still falls behind the F-35, with an estimated RCS around 0.05 square meters. Impressive for China's leap forward, yet not quite F-35 invisible. Propulsion and performance. Propulsion has been China's toughest hurdle in building the J-35. Early prototypes ran on Russian RD-93 engines, reliable but underpowered. China then introduced the smokeless WS-13E, improving efficiency but still falling short. Now, early production J-35s use WS-21 engines while awaiting the game-changing WS-19. This future powerhouse promises 12 tons of thrust and possible supercruise, something even the F-35 lacks. With the WS-19, the J-35 could reach speeds up to Mach 2.0, outpacing the F-35's Mach 1.6. Its combat range stretches to 1,200 kilometers, and ferry range nears 4,000 kilometers with tanks. On paper, speed and range favor the J-35, but real-world engine reliability remains the big unknown. Avionics and sensors. The avionics suite of the J-35 is one of its most closely guarded aspects. SAC claims the fighter is equipped with an indigenous AESA radar, which enables multi-target tracking and long-range engagements. Under its nose, the aircraft carries an electro-optical targeting system, EOTS, which allows it to detect and target adversaries passively, without relying solely on radar emissions that could give away its location. This configuration bears a striking resemblance to the F-35's integrated sensor architecture. However, the J-35's sensor fusion capabilities, the ability to synthesize data from multiple sensors and platforms, are still viewed as less mature compared to the F-35's industry-leading distributed aperture system, DS, and sensor fusion network. While China is making great strides in network-centric warfare, the true extent of its real-time interoperability between J-35 units, planned ships, and ground assets remains somewhat speculative and certainly less battle-proven than the highly integrated Western network that supports the F-35 fleet. Armament and payload flexibility. The J-35 features an internal weapons bay designed to maintain its stealth profile while carrying air-to-air and air-to-ground ordnance. Each bay can house 2 medium-range PL-15 air-to-air missiles, which are equipped with active radar guidance and folding fins to fit within the compact stealth bays. The aircraft can also carry PL-16 or export variants like the PL-15E, which Pakistan has already begun acquiring. Externally, 6 hardpoints allow the J-35 to expand its mission flexibility with additional air-to-air missiles, air-to-surface munitions, anti-ship missiles, or external fuel tanks when stealth is not a priority. In total, the J-35 can carry an estimated 8,000 kilograms of ordnance, comparable to or slightly less than the F-35's full payload capacity when external stores are included. This combination of internal and external payload configurations makes the J-35 a multi-role fighter that can adapt to both stealth-focused missions and high-volume strike packages depending on operational needs. Stealth versus F-35, where they differ. When comparing the J-35 directly to the F-35, several distinctions stand out. The F-35 remains the gold standard for sensor fusion, battlefield situational awareness, and global interoperability. Its AN/APG-81 radar, advanced EOTS, and distributed aperture system offer unparalleled 360-degree coverage and real-time information sharing across multiple domains. The F-35's stealth is more refined, with a smaller radar cross-section achieved through superior shaping and advanced radar-absorbent coatings developed over decades of American research. The J-35 counters with advantages in raw speed and potentially longer range operations, particularly with the forthcoming WS-19 engines. Its dual-engine layout also offers greater redundancy for carrier operations. However, its data-sharing architecture is still largely confined to Chinese military networks, limiting its integration with allied forces on a global scale. While the J-35 may excel in regional conflicts close to Chinese shores, the F-35 maintains a significant lead in combat-tested capabilities, interoperability, and battlefield network integration. Production status and future prospects. China has steadily transitioned the J-35 from prototype to limited production over the past several years. Multiple prototypes were flown between 2021 and 2022, with the first public unveiling of the J-35A in November 2024 signaling its readiness for broader deployment. Reports suggest that early production aircraft are already being delivered to the plan, with pilots actively training to integrate the J-35 into carrier operations. Export ambitions are also advancing, with Pakistan confirmed as the first international customer for the platform. This sale not only enhances Pakistan's air capabilities, but also serves as a proof of concept for China's defense export industry, signaling potential interest from other nations in Asia, the Middle East, and Africa. If China can scale production efficiently, the J-35 could eventually become a centerpiece of China's growing stealth fleet alongside the J-20 and future sixth-generation projects. Strategic and operational implications. The emergence of the J-35 has broad strategic implications for the Asia-Pacific region and beyond. As China modernizes its military, the J-35 offers the plan its first carrier-based stealth capability, allowing it to project air power further into contested areas like the South China Sea and Taiwan Strait. Its introduction also fuels regional arms races, as neighbors like India, Japan, South Korea, and Australia may respond by acquiring additional F-35s or alternative fifth-generation systems. The J-35's carrier compatibility enables China to field a blue water navy capable of operating advanced stealth platforms far from its home territory. Additionally, PLA exercises reportedly use the J-20 and potentially the J-35 to simulate U.S. stealth platforms during combat drills, enhancing China's readiness to counter Western air power. Accusations of cyber espionage and technology theft by U.S. officials have also colored the J-35's development, with some alleging that design elements were influenced by stolen F-35 technical data. Where J-35 falls short versus F-35. Despite its advancements, the J-35 still lags behind the F-35 in several key areas. Its stealth profile, while impressive, is not yet on par with the F-35's ultra-low radar cross-section. Its sensor fusion and battlefield networking capabilities remain underdeveloped compared to the highly integrated Western combat cloud. The WS-19 engines, though promising, have yet to demonstrate the long-term reliability and efficiency of the F-35's Pratt & Whitney F-135 engines. Furthermore, the J-35 lacks a short takeoff and vertical landing variant, limiting its operational flexibility on smaller carriers and amphibious assault ships. The F-35's extensive global support infrastructure, with over 900 units delivered to 16 allied nations, gives it an overwhelming advantage in terms of logistical support, pilot training, and combat experience, all areas where the J-35 is still in its infancy. Is the J-35 a real threat to F-35? In simple terms, the J-35 is not yet a global threat to the F-35, but it represents a significant regional rival with growing capabilities. In the short term, the F-35's advantages in stealth, sensors, pilot experience, and interoperability remain overwhelming. However, as China continues to refine the J-35's propulsion systems, sensor fusion, and production scale, the gap could narrow considerably by the late 2020s. In particular, the J-35's speed, payload capacity, and emerging carrier capabilities make it a formidable platform for regional operations, especially within China's expanding anti-access area denial A2/AD umbrella. If Beijing can overcome the technical hurdles still facing the WS-19 engines and fully integrate its stealth fleet with robust C4ISR networks, the J-35 could pose a credible challenge to Western air superiority in the Western Pacific. If you found this deep dive into the J-35 versus F-35 showdown fascinating, don't forget to smash that like button. Subscribe for more cutting-edge military tech breakdowns coming your way, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think would dominate the skies?